Hi, and welcome to the Steam Clean Systems SC3000 training video. The SC3000 is a commercial and industrial steam cleaner for applications such as industrial kitchens and other things like that. The machine will come with two plastic bottles, and these need to be inserted into the back of the machine. So one bottle takes water only, which goes into this side of the machine, and the other bottle takes water mixed with detergent into this side of the machine. The bottles of detergent that you have should say the amount of water you need to mix with them that you can mix then into this bottle. If you're using any water other than tap water in here, you need to be aware that there are sensors on the pipes here that need to detect standard tap water. If you use softened water, these sensors will not work, and you may need to add a few teaspoons of salt into the water to get the sensors to work. So this bottle has a sensor going into there. It detects there's water in there. If it doesn't, the machine will beep and the steam will stop. So make sure you've got water in there. On this side, it's the same thing, same sensors. So if you're not using detergent, you do need to just at least put some tap water in this side just so that the machine will operate. So you put the pipes into each of these here, you have the caps that come down, pop the bottle into the back there and put the cap onto the bottle. And the same with this side. You'll also get this silver metal plate. This just slots into the little grooves here, slots into the grooves on this side, and that just stops the bottles from coming out the back of the machine there. Power cable here has a 13 amp plug on the end, so we plug that into a standard 13 amp socket. And then we have a power on switch here. We switch it to number 1, and you would hear a pump running, which is taking the water from the bottles and pumping it into the boiler. And that normally takes 1 to 2 minutes. On this machine, it's already full of water, so you're not hearing it pump. If you've just drained the machine, or when you buy the machine new, that will need to fill up the boiler. Once the pump stopped running and the boiler's full, we can switch power switch setting to number 2. This will now heat up the boiler, and it will take up to around 10 minutes to heat up, after which this green light will come on showing you that it's ready. While you're waiting, we can take the hose and connect it to the machine. So the steam hose has this square block on the end with a red trigger switch there, which is for releasing it. So we plug it into this socket here, and then to release, press the switch and we can unplug it again. The vacuum hose goes into the vacuum unit up here, simply pushes in, and to release, slide this switch here and take it out again. The hose here has some switches on it. So your main steam hose trigger here produces the steam. On the back here you have a red switch, which is for the hot water facility, and a vacuum switch here which turns the vacuum on and off. There is a secondary vacuum switch at the top of the vacuum motor. When using the vacuum, keep this in the on position, and then it can be controlled by the vacuum switch on here. If you're using chemical with the machine, the chemical will be automatically mixed in with the steam when you pull the steam trigger here to dose the steam. There is a safety switch here, which when in position stops you from accidentally being able to release steam. If this is locked, you simply press this way and that releases it, and this way to lock it. Once you have your green light on, the machine's ready to go. We've got 3 switches depending on what you want to do. The first one here symbolises the steam function. So with this on, steam will now come out of the end of the hose. You've got the detergent option. This will mix detergent in with the steam. And we have the hot water facility. When we switch that on and then we press the red button on here, it runs hot water around 60 degrees, which you can use to rinse things off. The controls for these three switches are here, and you can adjust the volume, in this case of the steam. And this way is less steam round to more steam. You can do the same with detergent, less detergent, more detergent, and the same with the amount of water that pumps out of the machine. When using the steam function here, please be aware this is a 3 kilowatt machine, which is the most powerful you can have a steam cleaner on a 13 amp plug, and you will release a certain amount of steam that the 3 kilowatts can heat, and if you're running it for any period of time, there's a certain amount of steam that can be produced. This machine will allow you to release more steam than the heater element can produce in short bursts. If you've got some real stubborn dirt to clean, you can get a large volume of steam to come out. But you will find that the pressure gauge here will be reducing while you're using it, because the machine isn't able to keep up with producing that much steam on 3 kilowatts. So for continuous use, if you're to be using this for 20 minutes non-stop, you need to just turn down this dial until the needle stays in the same position and doesn't keep dropping. If the needle's dropping, you're using too much steam here, and you just need to bring it back a bit, and then this will stay where it is, and then that's the amount of steam you can maintain for long periods of time. So the SC3000 comes with two cleaning kits. You have the steam and vacuum kit, and you have the steam only kit. This here is the steam and vacuum kit. These are extension tubes, and they click together like so. You slide them together, you pull this clip here back, and you put them together, and that locks them shut. To release them, twist this here, and they come apart again. So when these are together, they reach down to the floor, and on the end of them you can attach this wide floor tool. The wide floor tool comes with 3 inserts. So here we have a scrubbing brush insert. Here we have a wet pickup squeegee blade insert. And here we have a smooth plastic carpet insert. So this glides along carpets and can be used for cleaning carpets. This is a squeegee wet pickup for doing smooth surfaces such as stainless steel and glass. And this is a scrubbing one, which is ideal for various hard floors and different surfaces like so. So to fit these in, slide these outwards to open, pop it into the slot, so, and then we slide these back to lock it in place. Again, these will fit onto here using this clip here, which again slides one direction, get it on, and then you clip it in direction, clip it across to lock it in place, and then twist it back to release. Next we have the same tool as this, but a smaller version. So this is good for more detailed scrubbing on the floor, or you can use it as a hand tool. You simply put it onto the end of the gun, and you can use it with a scrubbing brush, which simply clips on like so. And the scrubbing brush can be used for scrubbing and cleaning various different surfaces and things, such as upholstery, any nooks and crannies and things like that. And the other tool you get is the squeegee bar tool for water pickup, and that can be used on glass, stainless steel and smooth flat surfaces. The steam will be produced from here, put it in a backwards direction, and that will produce the steam, clean, and then suck up all the dirty water. Next we have a detailed nozzle tool. If you're trying to get into very small confined spaces such as ovens and hobs and things like that, simply push on this detailed brush. The steam comes out of the brush there. For this tool on its own, you don't require the vac to be on. You're just using the jet of steam to come out of there and then clean all the detailed areas. We can also do brass and stainless steel brushes as well. This, similar application, slightly bigger brush, just a triangular shaped brush. Again, good for getting into corners and areas like that and cleaning hobs and ovens and things like that. Then we have a dusting brush, just fits over the end there. You can either use it just for dry dust, or you can have the steam application just to help agitate as you're dusting. We have this tool here, which goes on the end of the crevice tool like so, and that's for reaching down the back of radiators or doing between car seats and things like that. It's just an extension onto your vacuum crevice tool. Same for the crevice tool, it's just for getting into awkward places. And this is only used with the vacuum, this isn't to do with the steam. And lastly here I have the gulper tool. Again, that just fits onto this, where you can put steam down and you can just suck water up, and this is nice and quick. It's only a plastic nozzle, can be used on carpets, things like that. So the other kit you get is the steam only kit, and this simply comprises of just a hose which only produces steam, and it has a little detailed nozzle on the end there. You can just pull the trigger here and that will fire out the steam, and it's just a detailed nozzle for getting into places that this hose might be a little bit too chunky to get into. So to use this hose, we just simply need to unclick the steam and vacuum hose from the machine, and we just insert this into here instead. So there's no vacuum hose on this machine, this is just for steam only, and that just produces the steam out of there for detail cleaning. Now, once you've done a clean and you're finished with the machine, we need to remove the water tank here. You have two clips each side of the motor, so that just lift out, lift up, fold away, and then you remove the motor from the machine. And this tank can just simply lift away, and then all your dirt and slurry will be kept in here, and you can just go and tip that down a toilet, tip it down a drain, and give it a rinse out, ready for the next use. This will then just pop back on top, pop the clips over, push them into place. Down here on the side of the machine is a release valve for the boiler. So position closed means it's shut. If you lift it up to open here, then and over to drain, then it will drain all the fluids out of the boiler. So first of all, make sure the machine's cooled down, and when the machine's cool, we'll flip it over to there. All the sludge, the water, everything in the boiler comes out. These are self-descaling boilers, so any limescale precipitate that can build up in there will fall to the bottom of the boiler. So regular emptying of the boiler, get all the sludge out, keep your machine clean and free from limescale, and then we can pop it back over to close, ready for the next use. So when you next use the machine, it fills the boiler with fresh water, ready for that next use. And so finally, on the end of the gun here and on the end of the extension tubes, we have these O-rings. Now, these are rubber O-rings, and they will be supplied with a lubricant on them, and they need to be maintained lubricated every couple of weeks or so. So with your instructions that you receive of the machine, you will find a little bottle of lubrication and an applicator. Just use this every 2 weeks or so to keep these nice and lubricated. Then as the different tools are being put on and off either here or on the extension tubes, these will slide on and off nice and easily, and that will prolong the life of your O-rings, and you'll find that you won't have any steam escaping. As well as on the trigger handle, there is also O-ring situated just inside here, again, and that's on the steam tube just there. So same again, keep it nice and clean and lubricated, and if any do break or anything, then we can supply you replacements and we can just pop them on and off. So that altogether concludes the SC3000 steam and vacuum cleaner. Thank you very much. We hope you enjoy your purchase, and if you have any questions, you know where to find us.